You're feeling uncertain, like your world has been turned upside down and the rug has just been ripped from under you without any warning or any notice. Your heart won't stop racing and you don't know what to do with all the fucking uncertainty. Hey love, if you are new, welcome. If you've been rocking with me for a while, welcome back. I'm Soul Love Sari and welcome to another Soul Soother session of Tarot Therapy. Today we are looking at your peace paradox. And I know this is a little new, a little different, but stick with me, okay? Essentially, sometimes peace doesn't look how you thought it was going to look, or how you expected it would look, or how you were told to look for it to look. Right? Understand that this is normal and that you are simply going through change. Basically, today our reading is going to unpack why peace currently feels unfamiliar or unsafe for you, where you need to let go of control, and what you must confront to begin to feel secure and safe in your newfound sense of peace again, okay? All right, let's hop into your reading. All right, my love. So off rip, we have this energy of uncertainty and feeling like the rug has been pulled from up under you, okay? So when we start talking about the energetics at play here, and specifically why your peace feels uncertain and unsafe to you right now, it's ultimately because of the uncertainty. You're in new territory in terms of a new way of being. For a lot of you, this is a brand new environment altogether. I just saw like travel, like moving to a new place. So maybe you've just moved into a new apartment, a new state, a new city, a new country for some of you. But there's this air of uncertainty and unfamiliarity in trying to basically get your bearings, or get your footing with where you are. But it was a sudden change. Wasn't something that you necessarily saw coming. Okay. Now, what's interesting here is we have meditation and we have rebirth. Okay. There's this misconception that what you've always done to get through and to shift the anxiety that you're feeling right now is going to work. Unfortunately, it is not. And it's not because the techniques and the routines and rituals, etc., that you're used to doing are somehow bad or what have you. It's because sometimes when we elevate and we grow and we go through change and transformation, what used to work no longer works the same or works at all anymore. And it's literally a situation of energetic imbalance. Like, so those tools, resources, rituals, practices no longer align with your new energetic frequency that you are developing and establishing, going through your current change and transformation. So now the sense of where you need to let go of control and what you must actually confront to begin to feel safe in this new space, this new way of being, literally is the change and transformation portion. So essentially, you're fighting the change, you're fighting the growth, fighting the unfamiliarity piece of it. So it's like you're not surrendering to the full body experience and the opportunities that are unfolding for you to explore. It's not to say that you should explore and get into every single thing that comes your way or comes across your new path, but Spirit is saying that you do need to be more open-minded and take the blinders off, and expand your vision beyond what you just see straight ahead or straight in front of you. Like, the whole point of part of this change and transformation that you're going through is to open your mind, open your third eye into the unknown, right? What you don't know, what you can't see, or what has been hidden from you because of how you've been taught to see the world and how you've been taught to build structure to support yourself. And the structure that you have that's been ripped from up under you no longer resonates. And to be quite honest with you, for a lot of you, the structure that you built never was able to sustain or support the truth of who you are, let alone who you're becoming. Okay? And so when we talk about where this energy is currently blocked and what's keeping you in this state of anxiousness or feeling anxiety, about having to figure things out and start over and start anew. It's you fighting the path of change, or the flow of change that's happening with and for you. Change is the only form of certainty that we actually have. It's the only thing that's constant in this life and the next, okay, is change. And so when you are talking about going through life, when you're talking about having new experiences, or even doing X, Y, and Z to make your life, your business, your family, your relationships, whatever, better, there's a point of change that has to occur, either in your actions, your behaviors, your mindset, and or your environment. Like sometimes you have to physically change locations, like a lot of you watching this reading now have already had to do. Okay, something has to change, like in order to get different results, or to experience something new, something that you're currently doing, currently experiencing, currently entertaining and interacting with has to change. So now we get into the elements of the energetic shift that needs to happen in order for you to restore your sense of safety, security, and certainty in this new sense of peace. Because again, sometimes peace doesn't look how you expect it to look, how you were taught that it should look, or how you thought it was going to look on the other side of whatever chaos and unpleasant life experience you figured out how to get away from or grow beyond, right? But what a lot of people don't talk about or mention about this process of getting out of tough and stressful situations is that you get out of the tough and stressful situation and have that change and transformation, but immediately after, because you're acclimating to a new frequency, a way of being, you have to continue to go through another change and transformation, specifically a metamorphosis, in order to initiate the new beginnings into action, into being for yourself, right? Because you're again going through change. You've got to get your bearings. And if you don't know, there are 3 different phases of change that I talk about all the time. You go through the grieving process, the learning curve, and the adjustment period. Right now it looks like this energy is in the adjustment period. We're teeter-tottering between the learning curve and the adjustment period, okay? That's not to say there isn't grief there, right? There's grief in terms of the certainty you used to have no longer being available or no longer being relevant to your current circumstance, your current situation, and your new way and place of being, right? So there is a little bit of grief there. However, there's a learning curve and an adjustment period that you are going through right now in order for you to reestablish a sense of security and structure in your new sense of peace, and what peace actually holistically, wholeheartedly, and truthfully looks like specifically for you. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards and see what additional information and guidance we can get from Spirit. Oh, I'm sorry. The shift here, sorry, I forgot to mention something else. So with the shift, we also had medicine journey come out, as well as forgive and release. And the question is asking is it time to release and heal? So whatever sense of certainty that you used to have, it is not who you are. It is simply the information that you had and could predictively produce a pattern to guarantee certain results for, but in a different setting. You're now in a new setting, okay? So the old tricks and habits no longer work here, right? So you're gonna have to go within, expand your way of thinking, and get creative with how you approach this new landscape, if you will, okay? All right. Let's go ahead and get some tarot cards for, oh, okay. So look there, we got the Ace of Wands, okay, popping out the deck. And immediately, this, look there. And then we've got these seven here, the seven of swords. So this energy is already telling you that what used to work is no longer going to work for you, okay? But there's also spirit saying here that this sense of instability is not real. You have more structure and more stability than you realize you do. You just can't see it because you're fighting this, right? Because you won't let go of where you used to be or what you used to know to be true to learn something new. Okay? Let's see. Look there. We've got the Nine of Cups. I'm messing up the layout trying to put it down here. We've got the Ace of Cups. I'm talking about the Ace of Cups. The Nine of Cups. My apologies. The Three of Pentacles. And then the Two of Pentacles. Okay? So this sense of instability is not real. This sense of not being safe where you are in terms of peace, meaning the peace that you, the newfound peace that you have, simply because it's unfamiliar doesn't mean you can't trust it. It's a matter of learning the landscape, right? And understanding how it fits into the equation of what it is that you truly desire, what you truly want, which is to protect your sense of sanity, to protect your peace, to release the stress, to be able to relax. Okay, and that's exactly what this change and transformation is helping you do, to understand how to relax, right? We've got sacred masculine, inner strength, active, protective, right next to structure, which is build a strong foundation, okay? Contemplation, peace, and communication with meditation. This sense of instability is not true for you, is not real, okay? In terms of peace, the sense of this newfound peace that you are in that looks unfamiliar, it being unstable, is not true. You simply are learning the new landscape. Okay? The stability, the awareness of the stability is going to come in for you when you begin to realize, one, that you're protected, two, that the change and transformation itself is not punishing you, okay? And it's not trying to drag you through the mud. It's not there to make you feel any which way other than peaceful. But in order for you to get the level of peace that you are asking for, you have to begin to think, behave, and act differently than what you're used to doing. Okay? Let's get some more cards here. It's kind of like flexing. Look at it. As soon as I was going to say it's kind of like flexing a muscle, we get the Magician. The Magician takes its resources that are already on the table, that are already readily available to them, and they make something new. They alchemize what's available and change it into whatever it is that they need. Okay? And that's part of this forgive and release. You're not forgiving whoever, whatever from your past. You're forgiving yourself for what you didn't know, that you now know and can now choose and actively decide better for yourself. Okay? That's the medicine journey there. Awaken, heal, and realization. A lot of times we tend to blame ourselves for the different things that we didn't know or weren't privy to or had no sense of awareness or no way to gain that awareness except through experience. And now that you've had the experience, there is this, I just heard shame, right? So there's this sense of shame around, oh, I should have knew better. Oh, I should have how could I not see this sooner? Or how could I not X, Y, and Z? And that's part of that anxious feeling where everything was just kind of ripped from under you. The rug was ripped from under you without notice, without any type of warning or anything like that. And as crazy as it seems, as crazy as chaotic as it has felt, it was actually a form of protection. Like it was actually happening to protect you from something worse that honestly could have happened further down the line. Okay. Look there. We got the Hangman. So Spirit is asking you to change, to really change your perspective and how you are viewing yourself, as well as this change and transformation, this situation that you are currently navigating and working through. Because until you do, the change and transformation is going to feel hard. You're going to feel stuck, and you're going to continue to feel like the odds and the world are against you, when that's honestly not the case. It's just not. Okay, let's see. I'll pull one more card for you. Okay. Oh, I'm being guided back to the Oracle deck here. We've got, look at there, sacred rest, retreat, balance, and restore. Okay. Every hour you spend feeling anxious because you don't have the same certainty that you used to have is literally energy that you are actively stealing from your own growth, your own progress in your business, and your own future, right? Allow yourself, the person you're becoming, the woman you're becoming, to actually surrender and to be enough, right? Surrender to who you're becoming. Allow her to be enough. Allow her to rest in this new space and get to know the lay of the land, this newfound sense of peace. Okay? Protecting your sanity means mastering your emotions, this anxiety, this heart racing anxiety, this uncertainty, and not allowing it to consume you, but rather using it and turning it into something that you can use to create a new sense of certainty aligned with where you are now, aligned for the woman, the person that you have become and that you are now. Okay, now. Okay, not who you used to be, not what used to be familiar. Let's unpack what certainty looks like for you in this new space, this new sense of peace together, okay? So you don't have to do it by yourself. And we can do that inside of the empathic energy reading, okay? The link for that will be available for you in the description box below. All right, my love, I will see you in the next one. Bye.